Hey there, ballers and wordlets. It is time for Wordle number 293. I have had a heck of a time getting this going today. All sorts of technical issues. So it's actually my lunchtime. Am I better off doing it in the middle of the day rather than at like 6 in the morning when I'm half asleep? I don't know. But I have the white background today to represent the blank mind that I have because I've actually not been thinking about the game. But since this is like, going into the weekend, I think I might have a bonus coming up. So let's just take on Wordle first, one thing at a time. I'm going to roll for initiative. And I am going to start with, I can't see that, glyph. No vowels to start the day. No vowels to start the day. We're going to start with glyph, and no letters to start the day. Yeah, that's not helpful except for eliminating a few words. Actually, by eliminating the H, it kind of like narrowed down some other stuff. So was it, even though all those gray squares are there, not a total loss? So what can we do that has a totally different set of words? Maybe my old friend Irate can stop by because that's a completely different set of letters, and maybe find some vowels. And we found some vowels. Well, actually, this is really helpful because the R is either the first or the fourth letter. So let's assume that it's the fourth letter, maybe, and go from there. So what consonant combination can I use to lead into A-R-E? We know it's not stare because there's no S. We know it's not spare because there's, wait. We know it's not stare because there's no T. There might be an S. I said the other, but it can't be spare either because there's no P. And snare is not a word. So no. Snare is actually. Snare is not a bad guess, other than not a common word, but common isn't necessarily what we're going for anymore. So let's see what happens when we play snare and see where that leads us. Also, by eliminating H with glyph, that also kind of narrowed down our consonant combinations. So let's see what happens here. Okay. Well, actually, I was on the right track by thinking stare, spare, snare. But what else do we have that can fit there? It could be scare. And scare, spare, stare. I think that's it. I think it can only be scare. I think we've eliminated everything else. So let's see what happens when we get scare. Okay. Whew. I said splendid. I still say that's a few. Got it in 4, which you can see is kind of my most common get. I'm good with it. Let's do that. Okay, so that's great. We got scare in 4 in about 3 minutes and change. Let's change the game up. So I am going to do that, and then I am going to change to a different tab where I have queued up Squardle, which is one of my favorite variants. Let's see if I can kind of get that to fit a little bit better. And then I'm not going to scroll all the way down. This is kind of the intro page, and I'm going to go right to the game. So as you may know, Squardle is kind of a variation on Wordle, but it also has little bits of like Sudoku and crosswords and stuff like that, where we're trying to get 6 words in this grid shape. I'm going to play the Daily Squardle. Oh, I probably should have clicked that for Friday, April 8th, 2022. And let's see. Let's do that. Do I need to show all the grays? Probably not. Because most of the information we're going to see right here. We have 10 guesses, but we'll try to get some bonus guesses. And yeah, so let's start with scare, the solution from the Daily Wordle. And it's going to tell us there are some A's, some R's, some E's, maybe. There are definitely no S's anywhere on this grid, but there is a C or two somewhere. So now I'm going to see. So I want to play for the A. Yeah, maybe. Let's see if we can figure it out. I'm curious if, because that I have it, that it's, somewhere in that vertical middle column and somewhere in that horizontal row, maybe it's in the middle one. So maybe I'm going to play irate, an old favorite of mine. And oh, wow, that's great. Got lots of letters there. Got lots of greens. T does not appear anywhere on this grid. So we have no S's and no T's. This was created by a game developer that goes by Furby. It's Fubar Furby or Furby Fubar. Really cool. They're in Sweden, so not only do we get all our music from Sweden these days, apparently we're getting our games too. So very cool. Let's find something on the bottom row or the right. We basically have the same information, although we do know that across the bottom row, there's an E in the middle, but in the right column, there is an E that is not in the middle. I wonder if there's another E, like at the end, right? What is a word that has an E in the middle and the fifth letter? Let's see. Now I'm actually going to scroll down and look at letters that we've not played yet. Not played any P's or L's or M's or N's. So wow, we have lots of Wheel of Fortune words that we have not played yet. Or Wheel of Fortune letters. How about I want to play plead. Yeah, I think this is a good one to try. Although there is an argument about not. Oh, actually, no, that's not what I want to do, because I know that there is an E here and I know there is not an E here. So actually playing something with an E in the middle position is not helpful. Yeah, I messed up my strategy. I might play plead on another one, but let's not play that right there. Actually, let's do something that doesn't have an E at all. Well, if we do have an E, we won't play it in the middle. How about that? How about what do I know? There's a C out there somewhere, and there's an R. Well, we have the R here, so maybe I don't need to play the R. It would be good to figure out where the C is, and it would be good to check out our L situations. And what vowels have we not played? We've not played an O or a U. I would do that, but we know there is no T's, but we can check out the D situation. Yeah, let's do that. Let's play cloud and see what we learn. Ooh, there are no L's or D's, but it's good to not know that they're not there. And we know that this one has a C, an E, an O, and a U. I would spend some time right now figuring out what that is, but that's not what I'm guessing right now. I'm working on this. Okay. In this row, we have an I and an R. Okay. Maybe not enough to go on. And this, that was a column. And in this row, there is an R. We know there's an I there. I wonder if there's an R in the second position. You know what? I haven't. When I just realized, I haven't looked at the ing combination. I wonder. I mean, yes, just like I said with the E, maybe it's not wise playing an I here, but maybe if I have something that ends in NG, but not an I, like the O. Oh, see, but we know there's no O's in this column. Or maybe U, UNG, RUNG, P. Well. What are we going to do? How about we know it's not sprung because there's no S's. It could be rung. I mean, it can't be rung, but it could be ring. But if it is ring, then by playing rung, we'll get it. Get it? Got it. Good. Let's see. Well, we found out there's an N there, and there are no G's. Oh, good. We got some good information here. We also know that there is an N either here or here. One of these two is an N. So that may end up, if we guess that the N is here, that may help us figure out this one, but not to that one yet. There is an N in this one. So it has an R, an I, and an N. Okay. What do we know in the middle column? We have the I, the A, and the E. And there could be an N here. And that's it. I pain. No, I don't know. And here we know there's an A, found that. And RA. Well, it can't be crash because there's no S's anywhere on the board. Well. I'm just realizing. So either this or this is an R, and INR seems very uncommon. So this is probably an R right here. This variant is really cool because it has that you can put in placeholders. It also has stuff like you can hide, like kind of get things, that you're like that you don't want to deal with. Just kind of hide them. Ooh, interesting. There is a W somewhere on the board. Wonder if it's like here, RAW something, like drawn. Well, it can't be drawn because there's no D's. We saw that down here. Well. And this is showing that I have 6 guesses left. But every time you get a word, you get a bonus guess. So, so in the essence, you end up with 15 guesses, not 10. But yeah, you have to have something to show for it to. Yeah. All right. Anyway, RA. What could we have here? RA something. We do have the potential for PH. That's like the only H that we could really have is, combination is PH, right? Which would lend itself to be graph. Do we have any reason to think we don't have graph? Yes, because we see here there are no G's. Is there something else like that? Math, craft. It can't be graph. If it's not graph, I don't think there's anything else that makes this a pH. Let's see here. Maybe I'll work on this one. Well, if there was an N here, which I don't know there is, but there's right now I'd say a 50-50 chance there's an N here. Although I'd say it's like a 40% chance because I think it's more likely to be here. But if there is an N here, what can make that work? Um, ba, ba, ba. I vein, I bane, I main. I don't think that's an N. I really don't. Don't forget, we have a W somewhere. We have a U, but it's not in this row or this column. So there's not a U in either of these two. Well. There could be an N here, right? See, this could mean that because there's an N somewhere in this word. If the N was here, I'm really distraught by there being no T's, right? Because then this can't be wrath, W-R-A-T-H. It'd be good to get the M in here because M always messes with me. What if I had P-R-A-M? Why don't I like this? Well, we know the I is here. That's fine. We don't know anything about the letter P. We don't know anything about the letter M. Oh, no, this is not an I. This is an A. There's an I up here. I don't know. I'm going to play primp. It seems bad strategically, but it's kind of where I am. I've totally eliminated M's and P's. So that was terrible. Terrible. Okay. Now, I've said I'd get back to this one, and here we are. So I have a C, an O, a U, an E, and potentially an N here. So if I put an N here, where does that get me? So this is not a C or an E. So this must be an O or a U, right? Oh, I got it. I think this is, I think I got one. Yeah. See, there's my bonus guess. So that's cool. And I also found out there is a C down here. Now, we know there's not a U here, so that can't be deuce. Oh, that'd be nice. Ooh. I-N-O. Well, this must be rhino. It is. That was helpful. Is that the end of my H's? Maybe. There certainly don't have any here. We know there, so we know, well, we're moved on, but yeah. We have an O, an N, and an I. An O, an N, and an I. Ringo. No, I don't know. I'm not going to. Okay. I'm going to move on. I'm going to come back to these middles. So I think these two are going to be the ones that really do me in. There is not an I here, so this can't be like drain. That would have been awesome. Also, it can't be drain because there's no D's. Where do I know that? From right here, no D's. Brain. I like brain, but no I. I liked there being an N here, but the N is probably down here. Ooh, I wonder if this is niece. I'm going to put that as like potential, and then I'll find out if it's wrong or not. But that's what I'm going to guess next time is this is niece. Which means that I have to figure out where an I is here. Is that all I know? I thought I knew something else. Okay, across the middle. Oh, this is not an N, so this has to be an N. Must be an N. Do you see this? So this says that either this or this is an N, and because this isn't, this must be. So that's helpful. I something A-N-E. I vein, I gain, I vein, X. Wow. What could be I blank A-N-E? I know there's a W somewhere, but I don't think it's there. I came? Is that a thing? I came. I'm wondering if Icane, I-C-N-E, I-C-A-N-E, is that a word? It might be. I don't know what else it could be. So then my attempt is to maybe I need to figure out something that fits here that has a C in the second position that might help me figure out these. What else do I know? That's all I know. Are there? Yeah, that's wow. This is terrible. I think I'm just going to play Arcane and hope that I can do it. Actually, I'm going to find out if it's a word when I hit enter. It is not a word. Okay. Well, then. I blank A-N-E. Oh, what if they're both N's? Oh. There we go. That's a word. All right. Well, we know there's not an N here, but there is an N. Oh, it's right here. I was going to say, well, then there has to be an N. Nope, the N's right here. Okay. Oh, this we think is niece. Good deal. Good deal. Still have 5 guesses left. What am I doing here? Did I learn anything? I know there is an I. There is not a U. There is not an A. I actually have more information about what is not. Oh, by the way, look at this. Here's a W. I said this really early on. So somewhere on the board is a W, but it's not anywhere that we found yet, and it's not in this column. So this has to be a W. No doubt about it. Anything else like that? I'm going to click that out because I know a thing. So there's no A's or U's or E's. So there could be an O. Of course, there could be a Y because I don't think I played that. Well. So the I is here, or both. Could be something like ricin. No, it can't be ricin because there's no C in the word. What is that? So there, actually, if I figure out this, then that might be a big clue here. So we know it's not prawn because there's no P's. We know it's not drawn because there's no D's. What else is like that? Run. Uh-oh. That should be like way obvious, isn't it? And yet, it's not. Brawn. So this must be a B. Okay. So if I have an I in the second or fourth or both, what is more likely? I think there could be an O. I think this is Robin. Yes. And then we know, but there's only one thing that this could be. It must be BRAWN, and we have some brawn. Roar. We won. We won. Thank you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for not blocking me. That was Squirtle for Friday, April 8th, 2022. That was a nice bonus, right? So with that, I hope that you are having a great weekend. I know that mine is definitely going to get a lot better. Starting out the weekend with a win on. This is how fast it goes out of my mind. I actually don't remember what the Wordle word was, and it was literally, I've not done any cuts. It was that recent. It's already out of my head. Bye.